Good morning. My name is Mike Arnold. I'm here with the Born Defense podcast. Today we are featuring Richard Craven, our CEO, who's based out of the United Kingdom. He's got an experienced track record in finance and in the defense space. So thank you for joining us today, Richard.
Thank you for having me, Mike. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Well, what I wanted to cover first is just get folks introduced to you, kind of go through your background, how you entered the defense space and your experience there, particularly in the foreign governments and working here in the United States as well.
My original career was in investment banking and the investment world, and that grew to considerable scale. And with that came projects that were affiliated maybe 20 years ago in the defense field. And it really did broaden out from there. So my primary experience, if you like, is both what I'm doing currently, which I'll touch on a little, and what I've been doing for the previous 5, 6, 7 years, in fact, where I established in the United States a operational subsidiary for a foreign government, which was overseeing procurement of military hardware from the US government. So it gave me a huge amount of experience around ITAR and the EAR and all of the perfectly correct controls that exist within our world. And we successfully entered into joint development projects. We did significant investments into aviation projects in the US, in the UK. So it is a passion of mine, and it is a timely passion, because we in the West, sadly, have become a little bloated and neglectful of our defense supply lines and supply chain. And you will see huge amounts of money moving into this market, both from government and from the private sector. And I'm very excited to be a part of that with the Born Defense team.
Well, we appreciate you joining the cause here. And I want to cover the vision of Born Defense and what you're wanting to see us do moving forward, which particular sectors. But just to touch back onto your comments about a passion of yours, why don't you tell me a little bit more about that? Why is it a passion?
Because defense was, certainly in the investment world and still currently in the banking world, I'll touch on this in a little bit as well, something of a pariah. As we became more woke, it became less and less desirable to invest in the defense sector. And I was a massive advocate for continual development. If we weaken our ability to respond and deter, that is the primary role of any government in the world, is to protect its people, protect its borders. And it absolutely was neglected. So I am passionate about seeing this sector well served with private capital, with government capital, and in capital markets. That is my passion. We have neglected it, Mike. There's no question at all. We're over-reliant not on our enemies, but certainly those that would do us harm for key components within military devices. We have lost sight of the fact that whilst things like food security are very important and energy security are very important, whilst I get very warm feeling in my stomach to know that I will still get turnips in the event of a war, I get really upset when I hear the artilleries run out of powder for their shells, and that these are real-time occurrences. There is a drought of capital historically, certainly over the last 10 years, for the defense sector, and that is going to be very aggressively corrected at every level: governmental, private, and corporate finance.